Yeah.
Alright, cool. What's good, guys? Thought I would jump on another live to start the year. My team's been telling me to make more lives this year. We did a few last year that were really successful. A lot of people had great questions, wanted to learn more about, what I get up to when I travel. Traveled a lot last year. This year's more about kind of staying in Melbourne. I put the windows up, staying in Australia, building a bit deeper into the agency, being a bit more of a marketing geek and being at home instead of kind of traveling all around the world. So this is just general Q&A. If you guys have questions, statements, I'll answer them. It doesn't have to be just business related. It can be life related. I got my boy Merhawi in the car. Do I hit left? So yeah, fire away. I already know a few people had some questions preempted, so I'm just gonna shut up, and from time to time we might just chop it up. Get it right? Deeper in the right lane?
Easy, perfect.
That's all good. Man, have you been live before? Like on your own?
Rarely, bro.
Really?
When I was producing, yeah.
When you were producing, that's true. I still remember.
Producing. I mean, with people, that's it. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I still remember like 2022 when you were playing that Future type beat upstairs,
Yeah.
and I was just on the couch. Like, that was vibes, bro.
Yeah,
that was like 2-3 years ago, bro.
Yeah, it was. That's a vibe for real.
Time flies, man. Bro. How's producing going?
That's good. Nah, still do it for fun though.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic as hell, bro.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine it be therapeutic.
Bro.
All right, keep doing your thing. That's Ali. Thanks, Ali, bro. Westside hero. I've known Ali since I was like 10 years old in Ether. So Ali, I appreciate it, bro. More life to you, man. Hope you're doing well. Bro, you know what's crazy? This year with 26 and 27.
Yeah.
That's dragged. bro, 20, bro, like. Like I remember seeing some like girls last year, and I'd be like, I'm 24, I'm like, you're a baby. But like 25 is like, that's not as, it doesn't feel as dragged, Yeah, but 25, it's like, whoa, like you're a man. But like, what?
Yeah.
Like I still be laughing at Nickelodeon memes, bro. Type.
Yeah.
100% Ali, man. I told you I'm in the West till I think Q2 of this year, so down there to get some food or to catch up, man. I'm always down to do stuff like that. We got Ian. Hey Ian, I hope you're well. We got Valerie. Hey Val. We got Christian. What's up, Christian? We got some Westsiders on this call. Melbourne Music Vibe. Hey, I hope you're well. Hope you're having a great start to the year as well. But yeah, man. What's your plans for the year? How's your year looking?
Busy as hell.
Busy?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be good, especially for e-com. That's it.
Right.
E-commerce will be beautiful, bro. Marketing, e-commerce. Yeah. It's already off to a good start.
I mean, 100%. Good stuff, man. Well done.
Yeah.
Are you traveling this year or are you just keeping it low key in Australia?
I'll probably travel a lot more interstate, but internationally. Oh yeah, I will be going to the Canton Fair.
Okay.
To China, so that's also one thing to go to. Yeah, China.
Nice.
Maybe America. We'll see. Yeah.
America?
Yeah.
What time of the year? Potentially?
Probably end of the year, I see. Yeah. It's like there's some. Yeah.
Nice.
Around there. Yeah. Well, their winter.
Their winter, yeah. Fair enough.
Like New York winter, probably.
Have you heard of the LA fires going on right now in the States?
That thing's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's insane. How quick that spread.
Yeah, it spread real quick. When I was younger, I used to play basketball in the States, bro. Yeah. Not many people know that. When I was 18, I used to play in Sacramento in the States.
Yeah.
So for something like that to kind of interrupt America, it's very intense.
Yeah.
I was initially planning to go to Dubai with my brother, and obviously yourself in Feb for that econ thing. Still considering it?
I've been down.
Are you definitely going?
Like that's in Feb, yeah.
It's in like 6 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah.
If you're going, more life to you. Me personally, I'm really focused on.
I actually wouldn't mind going.
Bro, go.
Honestly,
I think you should, especially with your industry expertise. I think you should go.
Yeah.
I think you should go.
No, I'll look into it. Yeah.
For me personally, it's just that I'm so focused right now on like building leadership within the agency. That if I was to when I went to Bali last year, 4 or 5 days, even though it was for Qasar and we had a whole season created.
Yeah.
like that was 3-4 days away from building leadership. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think we can hit some pretty big revenues in Q1 already, and I'd rather that kind of lift throughout the year. But Dubai would be a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Right, Leonard?
Yeah.
What's up, Hustle Internet? I think that's Alban. What's up, Alban? I hope you're well, bro. But, yeah, man. But Dubai would be, this is a great year to go to Dubai for e-com, man. I mean, you've got the heavy hitters there.
Yeah.
Some big time 9-figure players there.
Yeah.
So if you go to that event in Feb, you're putting yourself in the right room.
Dubai's good for that.
How important, because you're a pretty good networker, how important have you found networking to be when it's come to, like, you know, your personal business philosophy and, you know, approach and stuff like that? Because you're quite a good networker. You have friends that do all kind of scenes.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, like, it's like putting a piece of a puzzle. Like, you'll always find someone. I mean, my belief is that if I'm stepping out, I'm always networking with someone.
Yeah.
Like, in whatever industry. But they all have, like, a piece to, like, play or, like, someone help, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, I'd say networking is crucial. Because then it's like a puzzle of, like, something that you're part. Like, it's a puzzle to your journey.
A puzzle to your journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I see it, bro.
Fair enough.
Because, you know, everyone's got a network. Like, if you're networking with someone, that's just
What's up, Jabba?
network.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a much bigger network than what you think. So networking is just networking with other people's networks.
Got it.
So you're leveraging off each other and then other people's connections, of course.
For sure.
Yeah.
So networking of other people's networks and leveraging it. I feel you. So how have you gotten in some of the rooms you've gotten in? You know, I have my own approach. I'm sure you have your own. What's worked for you?
My approach, definitely just being yourself, but then also, just talking about the interests. The same, like, I mean, naturally you'll find that you have people that fall under the same interests as you, or similar.
Right.
When you have a chat with them. So, like,
right. Am I in the right lane, by the way?
Yeah, it should be.
Feel free to just cut me off if there's a turn that I have to miss right now. Yeah.
It's all good. Just hold the, I should be calm, yeah. But yeah, just like networking. Networking is obviously key, but most important.
Going in here, I'm not going straight.
Not straight. Cool. I'll say just be yourself, because like 9 times out of 10, that person's gonna be like, if you're at a certain place, I feel like you always have someone that brings you value.
100%.
Yeah. So
100%.
like, no matter who it is, it's just a matter of you being more open, like more open, but more proactive. Just talking to people, you know, seeing who they are.
So for introverts, I mean, both me and you are somewhat introverted. We have our introverted parts. What gives you the confidence to, you know, go out there and connect with people? Actually, before you answer that, we did get a question.
Yeah.
Can you read that, or you can't? If you can't, I'll turn the screen.
The chat is getting in your friend list. Oh yeah, it is. That's all good. It's all good.
What do you say?
He's saying like the chat is getting in my face. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah. It says, you know, there was a question here. Just do that in chat. All good. But yeah.
All good, Alban. That's no biggie, man.
No stress.
Merhawi's pretty face will be seen by the world, man. It's all
That's
good.
all good, man.
So how do you how have you gotten the confidence as a slightly more introverted person in the past to go out there and, you know, meet people and stuff like that?
Yeah. So the way, because I'm like naturally introverted, yeah. So
yeah.
What I did was
we both are actually.
Yeah, we both are. What I did personally, I actually did face-to-face marketing for like 6 months to a year.
Yes, you did.
So that actually got me out of my comfort zone. So literally, like I did like, I mean, you guys probably already know, like American face-to-face marketing.
Yeah.
I'll be that annoying guy that would just, you know, be at the shops. But like that was my first gig, and then afterwards I did like door knocking.
Right.
And like, you know, that was a pretty good gig as well. You know.
Right.
Like each sale, you know, it was good reward. You know, for each sale I closed, each house I would close would be like 80 to like 95 per house. You know, and I would close like 10 to 15 houses a day.
Wow, 10 to 15 houses a day.
10 to 15 houses a day, easy.
Wow.
So, like naturally over time, you get used to rejection.
Right.
So rejection is the key factor for actually coming out of your introvert.
Okay.
So like, I think when it comes to like being more of an extrovert, being more comfortable with rejection,
right,
and being able to take a no,
Right.
Even if people like you can imagine. And I did like just like full cold lead generation,
Respect.
like calling
Respect.
like solar panels.
It's what it takes. It's what it
have
takes.
a script. Just getting used to like no's, you know. And
100%.
afterwards, it's just a numbers game, you know. You have like you call 100 people, you get 10, 15 people that are, you know, highly interested. You'll get about maybe 5 or 6 that close, you know.
Yeah.
That's a 5% conversion.
100%.
You know. So naturally, same thing with your public space. If you're in a room with a bunch of people, how many people do you have to approach before you actually have someone that is somewhat of similar value or like similar, just similar values, similar lifestyle, and just like business as well.
Right.
Just having to, the way I see it, apply the same thing with face-to-face marketing to your social space. Even if someone is uncomfortable, or not uncomfortable, but even if you don't vibe with that person, move on to the next. Or or just have a good small conversation with them and enjoy the conversation.
Right.
If you don't feel like there's much value, respectfully, you know, just keep it at a distance, more of an acquaintance, but
so when you say not much value, because I think some,
not value,
especially young people, might misinterpret that.
Yeah.
Because I know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
But how do you assess that?
So if you're someone that's trying to find, if your sole purpose is to network, your network is trying to find someone that can give value. Because think about this, everything in life is about values.
Yeah.
Your friendships, your family, your everything that you like, every single person in your life has an exchange of value.
Right.
Between you and that person to you.
Yeah.
Regardless, like if you're obviously trying to network in business, when I mean value, obviously you're trying to find someone that has either similar life goals or life pursuit, like in business or whatever that you are trying to pursue in life.
Yeah.
You're trying to also find that as well, naturally. But, you know, even a good friend, that's still value. But what I mean is if you genuinely, you know, just don't see a certain person as obviously as a long-term, like naturally you won't befriend every single person you go out to, go out with. So it's key to always have good conversations with people and, you know, discern, figure out.
Someone said, good perspective, start a podcast. A step ahead of you, my G. I'm joking. We actually considered, you say.
I was about to say, like, there's I already have a brand.
This guy's trolling, I think, but anyway, as you were going to say.
That's cool. But I was just saying, like the good thing about it is, like, if you do face-to-face marketing, guys, you will
on the right
cold calls, face-to-face marketing,
straight.
I'll get there. Face-to-face marketing, you'll get out of your comfort zone to like obviously get better at saying or at accepting no's.
Right.
Because the thing is, people that are introverted, they're scared of rejection or what people are thinking of them.
Right.
You wanna actually get used to, like, just even getting used to people just like giving you a certain perspective or certain judgment. Like that shouldn't matter to you at all. So, you know, if you're in a big room of like 100,000 people, I know it's massive, but let's say 20,000 people, you shouldn't have you're gonna have someone that's not gonna be with you. They're obviously gonna disagree with you, or they're, you know, not gonna be as on your left. They're not gonna obviously be a big fan of you. See it this way: every celebrity has very strong, like, loyal fan bases, and they have crazy amount of, it's like 50-50 almost. Strong fan base and a good amount of enemies as well. Like it's honestly the same thing. Like you can't have every single person you reach out to.
So you're saying when networking, you got to be indifferent to not everyone liking you. Enough are gonna like you, and enough aren't.
Respectfully, like you may talk to someone, but they just may be keeping a distance naturally, or like you know, they just respectfully would be like, oh, this person's not gonna fit in my lifestyle because he may be too business savvy for me, or too business oriented, or he's too, I don't know, like if you're a producer, like too music oriented, and then, like, you know, someone has a whole different lifestyle. Everyone's got a different case of you know, everyone's different, of course. So be confident. The key takeaway: be confident with with accepting people's decisions and like no's,
Right.
yeses, no's, whatever it is. Just
So
be yourself.
how was Merhawi Manasi when he was starting out doing door-to-door cold calling? How was he converting yeses into no's? Or no's into yeses?
Basically, when you start to understand people that say no, right? The key thing about marketing, you'll turn left at the traffic light.
Left sure.
Right here. Sorry, my bad.
That's all right.
Yeah, the key thing about like what you learn about like the human behavior, right? Like essentially,
I'll do another
people, like they will give you a straight cold no, but then I've converted people. By the way, I've converted sales from people that gave me a cold hard no, so I'm not interested, to then generating questions. Right, so
how do you generate questions?
You got to trigger interest. So like you got to trigger interests. You got to make sure people, right? The thing about triggering interests is you got to give them value, and then they start asking questions. If someone asks questions at that point, you're probably going to successfully close them as a sale, because generating questions is interest. And interest is a potential close in sale, right? But just in general, like in terms of like the amount of times I've had people. Like when I was doing cold calling, people just swearing at your face to like literally saying sorry after closing them, because they realized, like at the end of the day, you're giving them value, but they were just too used to maybe the typical cold caller that would just go with the script.
Yeah. What would you? Sorry, go on. Yeah.
I said I personally kind of just like. I would have a script, but I would say keep it natural all the time,
Right.
Yeah, because every person's different. You want to read, you want to understand the person's behavior as well when it comes to like.
What would you say is your? Because you have a various skill set. You do e-commerce, you do other things. You're a great investor, great marketer, salesperson. What would you say is your dominant skill set, and how did that come to be?
My most dominant would definitely be branding and marketing, yeah, for sure.
How did that come to be?
Naturally, I think because I got a good psychology, and like it's just like I'm good at reverse engineering, like just like.
But not everyone grows up with,
of course.
That psychology. So what gave you that advantage?
Analytical, very analytical.
So did you grow up in an analytical household? Yeah. Were you reading books? Were you learning about things young? How'd you get there?
Naturally, I'm analytical, so it kind of just gave me like the edge towards it, but also understanding by reading books. So even though I was analytical, what gave me more of an edge but improvement at my analysis was actually just reading books. I think Dami also did it. Dami did this as well, but he actually motivated me to read like close to 40 books in a year as well.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah.
All it took was an Instagram live to know that.
Yeah, exactly. So I did about, actually it was like 38. It was close to 40.
That's a lot,
38 books in 1 year, business books. And a lot of it was just mainly on like psychology.
What's up, my pet?
Yeah.
The great my pet in the building. There we go. Leroy. What's up, Leroy? Long time no speak, bro. I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying 2025. So you read a lot of books.
Yeah.
But you said, okay, so your primary skill branding, so analytical. So look, like a lot of introverted people tend to be stimulated internally. They'll be able to sit by themselves and ask really deep questions that allow them to have the creative stimulus. If you look at a Kanye West, if you look at a Mark Zuckerberg, a lot of these guys are introverts by nature, but they have really crazy, illustrious ideas. But they're also very analytical, right? So do you feel like you're of that cloth, or did you get a different stimuli that led to you having such an advantage? Because you've been doing business since you were a teenager. You're 26 now.
Yeah.
So what do you think was the advantage that got you into that game early?
Yeah, definitely being able to repeat processes. So like obviously trial and error.
Trial and error,
definitely 100%. Like e-com, it took me 14 e-com brands, like
14 e-com brands,
like drop shipping, because I did drop shipping first before I like started to do branding, like branding, white labeling branding. 14 like e-com brands to understand like because everyone's got a different formula. Like I can show you how I do my e-commerce, but it's like you'll have people like I could spoon feed you, but that's like probably gonna help you 30% along the way. But along the way through that journey, like honestly, I was close to giving up with e-com at some point, because I was like, damn, like 7-8 stores deep. And I'll tell you this, like what kept me going was actually like a vision board.
A vision board kept you going.
vision board is so key because it keeps you locked in with your goal, you know?
Right.
Like your why. That is literally your why with what you're doing in your ventures, right?
Right.
So like if you ever feel like demotivated, look up to your vision board, make sure you know the reasons why you're doing everything.
And was the motivation on the vision board solely financial? Was it locational? Like was it women? Was it cars? Was it you wanted to retire your mother? Was it a personal thing? We had a life standard. What was on that vision board that gave you that drive to not give up after 14 different stores?
Yeah.
That's a lot of attempts. That's a lot of redesigns, landing pages, product selection.
Yeah.
That's a lot of mental and emotional energy and investment. So what was on that vision board?
Now, honestly, it was a mixture of like good
What's up,
whys,
Scott?
right?
Yep.
Like really good whys. So on your vision board, right? Make sure you have your purpose, like the most important things on top, like similar to a pyramid. Have your most important things on your vision board. Can you let
her know that we're about 30 minutes away?
Yeah,
just so she knows.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, like make sure your most important parts of your vision board is on top. So
right.
I kept everything from like obviously taking care of family and certain just certain things that was personal to my heart to like take care of, and then also like certain holidays, certain like just personal materialistic things here and there. As you got to the middle, the bottom was just like.
Am I hitting the left anyway here?
Yeah, you taking the left on Punch Road. Yeah.
So have the most important things at the top, and then layer it downwards. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
something I should do. I didn't know from that. I just be spraying mine into columns and just going for it, see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Because you look up to the top, and then as you go down, it's like you're creating a foundation.
Right.
If anything.
What's up, Dow? Hope you're well, man.
Yeah.
I think you're in Bali right now, Dow. Saw you on the bike, man. It looks like a vibe. Have you been to Bali yet?
Only once.
Only once? When did you go to Bali? When did you go to Bali? With the family?
Yeah, that's it.
I couldn't even wild out.
I'm going with you
had to behave,
It was cool though. It was awesome. But I would do like boys and stuff, yeah.
If once we crack X number with our venture, I reckon we should consider that trip.
100%, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like my plan this year is not to travel, but one place that is drawing me back is actually New Zealand because it's so relaxing there. It's a good place, and the time zone is only 2 hours.
It's only 2 hours
in front of Melbourne. So you can work there. But anyway, we digress. Back to the vision board stuff. So now that's cool. So like, how long and how many years did you be doing vision boards for? Was that something that you only started doing once you got older, or did you start doing it when you were a teenager? Like
that thing I started that when I was like 14.
You've been doing vision boards for 12 years.
14, but like properly, like when I started to have a good structure of a vision board.
What's up, Weibo?
Yeah.
Hope you're well, man. What's up, Eliza?
What's up? But proper structure of a vision board, I would say literally when I was 17, 18. Because at that point, you should change up your vision board every 6 months. Like
every 6 months?
Reevaluate.
Why that? Every 6 months is interesting. That's why that and not like a year?
Because as you grow older or wiser, you start to realize some of the things are not as valuable as you thought. But like I'll be real with you, like between 18 to now, I've probably changed up.
Can you let her know that way?
Yeah. Between 18 to now, I've only changed up like maybe 15% of my vision board.
Wow.
Yeah, 15%.
You've just remained that convicted to the goal.
Because you got to do like like you got to kind of dig deep with the roots of like what you really want. What's your why?
What's the why?
Once you have that, it's really hard to change your main reasons for doing what you do.
Right.
So
Right. Interesting, man.
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, that's why you're building the momentum you have. You have that conviction, you have that clarity, and that's what's carried you along. And you've worked with celebrities, you've done marketing for big brands, you've done exceptionally well with e-commerce and investing. Yeah. All because of that precision.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
And I would say one thing for sure: feed your
mind.
What's up,
Nalath? Yep.
Yeah. Feed your mind with positivity. Like literally, like
go expand that, bro.
Expand it, I mean, literally, just feed your mind with like legitimate affirmations. Like I would say, I think I learned this from you as well. But like, you can record yourself saying affirmations.
That's a hack. That shit's a hack.
That's actually a hack,
bro.
Recording yourself, it only just builds your.
Going the right way.
Yeah.
Text her first. No?
Yeah. It's straight for a while. Yeah. Recording yourself is the key factor on actually creating like a more solid belief.
Yes.
Yeah, because if it's your own voice will give you more affirmative, belief on what you want.
100 million.
If you're hearing someone else, it's like, okay, it's not really, that's him saying,
Yes.
But then you're hearing yourself saying these things like that. You're actually gonna, or you are gonna bring that into reality.
100%.
The belief is a lot better,
100%. No, dude, to add to that, that's so powerful. I think I'm 25 now, from 20 or 21? I think from 20 actually, from 20 to 22, I would live with my roommate at the time in the city, and he'd hear me blasting, because for whatever reasons, I keep losing my earphones. I would blast these affirmations, and I'd record 100. This is before ChatGPT, by the way.
Yeah, should I?
Yeah, just say like, hey, with the army, he's driving, he's on a live right now, with 30 minutes out.
Yeah. Yeah, easy.
But
it's already done.
Yeah, like to add to that, from 20 to 22, nearly every morning I would listen to like 100 affirmations, and bro, it was cringe. Like, so I remember that sometimes, maybe I would be seeing someone and they'd hear, like, because I was so rigid in listening to that every morning that I didn't care if someone was in the bed, or I didn't care if roommate was going to listen or overhear it. I didn't care if people laughed at it, because I was almost, it was a habit to hear my own voice repeat character traits and abilities that I wanted to incorporate into my identity. So now I don't have to listen to the affirmations as much, but it's because for me, like, in some ways, I feel like I've escaped some of the socialization that happens to a lot of us when we're in primary school or high school, that force us to speak in certain ways or use certain terminology or phrases. I feel like, my mind is a lot more elastic than perhaps it once was, because of a lot of those years of listening to myself cut ties with limiting beliefs and build up new ones. Yeah. So, listening to ourselves, man, is a massive hack, because who do you trust more than yourself? And if you don't trust yourself, then that's great. You have some work to do. Yeah.
No, exactly. That's so true.
But it's such a hack. It's something that I think a lot of people ought to do, but sometimes the ego will prevent. Am I going to the left lane? The ego.
Preferably, yeah.
The ego, all the way at the end?
Oh, the middle is calm. Yeah.
The middle one? This one?
Yeah,
or the next one?
That's right.
But sometimes the ego will hold people from actually doing that, because, like, who's going to be like, I'm recording myself, or my friends or my girlfriend or my boyfriend to see me recording, a voice note to myself that I'm going to listen to every morning. Like, it's cringe, but people that actually do it, also the people shameless enough to do the cold calling stuff that you talked about. So
that's very, very true.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
What are your thoughts on the crypto market? Because you're a crypto maxi at the moment. What's your thoughts on, are we still in a bull run? Are we about to touch a bear run? Do you think that now is a good time to just DCA, especially with the recent Trump administration? Do you think that's a bad thing for decentralized finance? What are your thoughts on that?
I think overall, okay.
Loaded question, but you're the expert,
Because I'm heavy into
What's up, Idris? Hope you're well, man. What's up, Jack?
Yeah.
Happy 2025. What's up, Stolfa? Stolfa, I haven't heard of you in a minute, man. I hope you're well. What are your thoughts on DeFi? And crypto?
DeFi is cool, but I'm heavily invested in the ISO 20022 coins.
So for those that don't know what that is, what's the ISO 002 coins?
Yeah, 20022 is literally just so they're coins that are compliant. So like basically to the future. So the ISO 20022 was actually developed by the World Economic Forum.
Sup, Stolfa? He said, sorry, 1 second. I went to high school with, Stolfa, I still remember to this day when we were in food tech, just running up a place, bro, in like year 7, year 8, man. I hope you're doing well. Do you still see people from high school? We'll go back to crypto in a second. But
I do,
You're actually better than me, bro.
I was just at like my mate's crib, so like
Am I going the right way, by the way?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, like funny enough, so my football brand that I started. Yeah. Like my mate Chris, we started. Like he was actually my first ever friend from prep.
What? From prep?
From prep.
Prep's dragged. Prep friendships that last are dragged.
Yeah, so we started the football brand together.
Yeah.
And that's been how now that brand's doing good. It's like 5 years. But I'm still friends with
those were the days, bro.
3-4 people.
3-4 people from school?
From high school.
I think that's enough,
like
bro.
Good friends, yeah.
Bro, 3-4 people from high school, I think that's a very nice amount, bro. Because think about it, you're kept in a little box called Skool. The clout hierarchy isn't nationwide or citywide. It's a couple hundred meters and a couple direction wide, right? Yeah,
so exactly.
you don't really even know yourself. Everyone's a carbon
Yeah.
carbon copy of some sort of personality that the cool kid in the year level above has.
Oh, 100%.
And then you escape school and you're like, whoa, like I can rebrand the whole Merhawi. I can rebrand.
I was legitimately.
What was Merhawi like in high school, bro?
I was the observer, bro. I was the guy that would just be in the corner.
You'd so be an observer, bro. Just locked in, calculating. Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Calculating people and stuff.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Am I going the right way?
Nah, straight's perfect.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, like, surprisingly, our school was like, okay.
Were you cool? Were you nerdy? Were you friends with everyone? Were you at home? I know you slept a lot. What were you like in high school?
Yeah, I slept good. Yeah, but I was like introverted, but like I was cool with everyone.
Introverted, but cool people.
Nerdy. So I was pretty nerdy.
Hey man, rep it, bro.
Yeah, I was
rep
nerdy,
it,
bro. So, yeah.
Rep it, bro.
Yeah, I was very.
Nerdy is good, bro. But nerds now make money, bro. So hey, all the girls in high school, all the guys, like if you bullied someone that was nerdy, like they might be up right now, bro. You know, you never know.
I was still a fly nerd, bro.
The fly nerd, yeah, you were the high top in that. Bro, that's funny.
Good,
Am I on the right way?
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
In high school, what were you like? Yeah, go on.
Now I was saying like introvert. I was very introverted. Like
very introverted.
I was to
What's
myself,
up, Emmanuel?
To myself.
Emmanuel Malou. Yeah.
Yeah, I was to myself in high school, definitely.
To yourself. Interesting.
Yeah.
I was eccentric, bro. Like I wasn't even nerdy. I wasn't even cool. I was a Jaden Smith wannabe, bro. I was the type of guy, year 7, year 8, would post words like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna sound messed up, but like I'd make Garfield purr, like just corrupt statements, just to like go viral. Now that I look back, I'm like, bro, I've got all these clients. Like, if these clients stalk my Facebook, some of them are gonna be like, hey, I don't want to work with this guy.
Digital footprint, yeah.
Bro, apart from that, it's pretty clean, my digital footprint. But like, but I'd be just saying random stuff, and some of them will go viral. Like I had a couple of things on Facebook that would go like pretty viral. Like I did something called an obesity rap. Those that went to school with me in high school, like will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, I was eccentric, bro. I was kind of like you. I fit in. I was cool with most people. I would get invited to like the parties in high school, but like year 7 to year 9, I was just too weird, bro. Like, you know, like I was just weird. You know, now being weird is trendy. But like I've been like this since I was 10. Like, you know, I've maybe dialed it back even a little bit. So like. You know, being nerdy. I think being nerdy makes you more money than being weird, but to all the weird people, like, I was very much me in high school, at least, you know? Yeah, man.
Oh, that is so true.
Time flies, though, bro. We're in our mid-20s. A lot of your friends now getting married and, like, having kids.
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%. Like, my Chris, like I told you.
Yes.
He's getting married in, like, August this year.
In August?
Yeah.
What's up, Bradley? Hope you're well, man.
Yeah, married by August. Crazy. Some have 2 kids, bro, by now.
2 kids? Yeah, no. It's like that, bro. It's like that. It's like that for real.
I'm like, moving quick.
When are you going to have some kids, Maui?
Little Musa's,
Little Musa's a drag. I'm going to be uncle,
Little
bro.
Musa Maness.
I'm uncle. Hey, your dad is a G. I saw it first then. How many kids do you want? Am I going the right way?
Yeah, so it's calm, yeah. Okay. Now, me kids-wise.
Because we already know, like, financially, both of us are going to be just sorted. Like, so, like, let's say money's not an issue. We're in our early 30s. Like, how many kids do you want? In the left?
Not straight, This one.
Like this curve?
Yeah, this curve.
Okay. Yeah.
3 to 6.
3 to 6. Yeah.
3 to 6.
African ass nigga, yeah?
Yeah. Nah, 6 will be pushing it, but it's like, you know what 6
Why?
to me is like, it's like, it becomes a lot more inefficient having 2 cars.
2 cars.
Yeah, 2 cars, bro.
Right. I mean, with Elon and, you know, with Elon probably going to turn it up, bro, you know, in the next...
Having like an 8-seater, 9-seater.
Yeah. 9-seater, 10-seater whips.
10-seater whip.
You know?
Yeah.
Nah, but I feel you on that. 3 to 6.
3 to 6.
Do you have a certain age range that you want to have them in, or are you kind of indifferent to that? Or?
Really it just depends, bro. I feel like anywhere between 29 to, it's crazy, 29 is 2 years. It's like 29 to 3 years.
29 is
20, well, 30 to 32, I'd say it's good.
Nigga move the goalpost.
Yeah. Nah, 30, 32, yeah.
30, 32. Nah, for sure, man, that makes sense. Fair enough.
Nah, for real, 30, 32. Yeah.
It's gonna go dumb, yeah? With your wife, you're just gonna, hey, every every 9 months we got to run this play. Nah, you know, it's interesting, man, because like they need, obviously the body also needs a break in between each child. I'm like you, I want a minimum of 5. I've been saying it since I was like 12 years old. So for like last 12 years I've been saying I want minimum 5. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, like if like minimum 5. Obviously, God willing, the wife's body can tolerate that. Whoever he puts in the life, but you know, because 5 in this generation where people are getting married less and having kids less, both men and women, 5 is a lot of kids, man. To Western society standard now.
I'll say even like now 3.
Yeah, now 3 is like, whoa, because, big shot.
They're saying due to like the quality of living, it's just how life is moving. By 2050, men will be apparently infertile.
By 2050, men will be infertile.
Like close to infertility.
We're going the right way?
Yeah, like a little bit close to infertility.
Is that because of like the water quality? Is that because of like the processed food? Like what specifically is the cause?
Honestly, like,
is the causation to that?
No, like personally, I think from what I looked into is due to like the quality, like processed foods, GMO, lifestyle. You know, a bunch of like lifestyle choices. You know, like
interesting.
Now you've got things like shisha, which is now
which is a staple in vaping.
Yeah, vaping. So very social, but like a lot worse than cigarettes.
Well, absolutely.
Like data-wise, and then people do that casually.
Absolutely.
And then you got just multiple. Not even just shisha, like the whole drug culture. It's just massive.
Yeah, well, it also decreases testosterone, and that's a massive imperative for men wanting to go out there and obviously have families, things of that nature, and build.
Exactly.
But jumping back to crypto real quick, because you are the crypto expert, what's the 2025 forecast for you? How should people be looking at markets? What should they be looking at? Layer 1, layer 2s? What's your opinion on crypto as someone that's been in crypto for multiple years?
I'd say,
and also successful at it, but you're not a novice.
Just like obviously hold long term. You can trade. I trade every now and then. It's just like long term is always the best play, because you will almost gain the same amount, but over a long period of time. Sometimes, honestly, trading is beautiful, but like it's a lot more stressful. And you can trade at your own hours and your own terms, but realistically, focusing on just holding like assets. But I'll say right now the market is currently in a corrective state. Like we're in an ABC correction. I'm not gonna get into like too much detail, but an ABC correction is it takes a bit of time, and it's a corrective move. So after
What's up, King Jag?
So after we correct, then the next move all depends on how well Bitcoin holds. I would say it needs to hold between 8, or like the range that it has to move down from 94k at the moment. Is between 88k or 82 to 88k. Some say 75, but that's too deep. But even 75 would still keep Bitcoin in a bull market. It would keep it.
That makes sense. And guys, by the way, just so obviously we're not going to get too deep into credentials here, but this man literally 5 years ago, I'm getting old, bro. Okay, so 2020, this guy called me up. He'd made a great decision in crypto. I remember I was ironing clothes in the house, and my parents, before I moved out, am I going left or straight?
Right.
And this guy's like, bro, like, why haven't you done X with crypto? I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, bro, he's like, bro, like you should have like already made this much with the crypto. Like, what are you doing? I was like, oh shit. I was like, fuck, all right. And I'm like, I'll open a Binance account, right? I still remember to this day, it was just near the tail end of 2020 COVID, and we're about to lean into 2021. We have this phone call. I mean, you were friends at the time, but we weren't as close. We were friends because we met through someone else. K. I'll just say K for now. K. I was closer to K at the time, and obviously K was your best friend. And now 5 years later, like, I'm nowhere near as knowledgeable, obviously, when it comes to crypto as yourself, but I'm now I'm less green to decentralized finance, layer 1, layer 2, meme coins, understanding some of the psychology, when people are in a state of fear, when people are in a state of angst, and how they make decisions. And a lot of that's based on your assistance. I'm more of a stock guy, but this guy, I'm telling you guys, like, after this live, if you're trying to tap in with someone from crypto, this guy is that guy. He's just low key. A lot of the biggest hitters in the world, guys, they're not on social media. Like, don't get it twisted, right?
I mean, like, I know people that are a lot bigger than me as fuck. Like, they're so low key.
Yeah.
Like, there's always levels to this shit, honestly.
Big boy levels,
Yeah.
bro. Like, oh,
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But now what you're saying makes sense. It's in a corrective state. DCAing is safe for play. Obviously, you know,
trading is obviously a lot more rewarding.
Yes.
But like, it took me like 4 years to like really, especially the crypto market, to understand the crypto. It's still heavily like manipulated.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's such a new market, and you have the market
Going
makers.
straight?
Yeah, straight. Because you have the market makers.
Texted it, right?
Yeah.
I bet.
Because you have the market makers, they just know how to manipulate the market so well.
True. What's up, Josh? Hope you're well.
Yeah. Like yesterday, for example, Bitcoin had a massive drop, just quick drop, right?
Right.
But you know, it recovered.
It did.
It recovered slowly, really, really slow. But that liquidated people, and obviously that.
What's up, Arush?
The panic sell caused a lot of people to sell, but then they realized it came back up, and it's stupid. Now they got to buy higher.
Yeah,
like it's actually crazy how they be causing a lot of shakeouts. It's like certain moves like that, just from experience, that's not a normal move.
True.
It's a manipulative move because the whole market dipped at the same time.
Right.
So that's obviously a collective
So going bigger picture here, because obviously again the technical stuff, you're a professional. Like a lot of us would learn from people like yourself. When it comes to big picture, Trump just won the election. A lot of people want Kamala to win. A lot of people want Trump to win. I'm not asking about your political opinion. When it comes though to crypto, did Trump being elected, was that a net positive for the future of crypto and that kind of finance, or was that a net negative? What's your opinion on that as an expert?
Literally the day he got elected, that's when crypto had that mini boom.
But why? What was the reason for that?
Because he's very pro-crypto.
Is he actually?
He's pro-crypto. If anything,
interesting.
He's actually working. Yeah, straight. He's actually working very close with the CEO of Ripple, like XRP.
Whoa! I didn't know that. He's working with XRP.
Like, with Ripple. Ripple's the one that facilitates the XRP.
For sure.
Brad Garlinghouse is the one that is. Yeah, he's the CEO, so he's working really close with Trump. Yeah. And Trump's right man for the crypto sector. Right. Is pro crypto, of course. Right. And that guy's, I forgot his name now because he's quite new. He just got elected.
Of course.
But they're all working together. They just had a meeting literally a couple days ago.
Yeah, just shows you, man. All these billionaires, it looks all uppy on TV, but a lot of these guys are mates behind, in the real world, man.
Yeah, and that's why crypto had that massive pump.
Yeah. Because it was a collective decision, like once. Yeah, that makes sense.
It was pro crypto. Then the only thing I'm thinking about is like buy the rumor or sell the news. But obviously in this case, it was the news that he got elected.
What's up, Michael? Hope you're well, man. Happy New Year. Yep.
Respect. I mean, like, he got elected, so it'll be interesting to see what happens to crypto on January 20 when he does step in office. Whether it be a really sharp, manipulative move one more time to the downside and then a crazy pump up. Right. Because that would be, I think that's the most perfect scenario to play. People would just think, to
juke them out.
Yeah, honestly,
people love it. I mean, human nature, bro. People are always going to get juked out. It's
because I've been in 3 cycles of crypto. That's
you have been in so many cycles. So young, bro.
Three. This will be the 4th actually. 4th cycle.
You're 26. You've been through 4 crypto cycles. What a blessing, bro.
The first one.
I've been through 2.
First one was
Bitcoin. 1.5.
First one was Bitcoin when it was like I remember seeing it was like from $18.
Straight? Am I going straight?
Yeah, from $18 it went up from 18 to like 1,000 plus. Yeah, 1,000 plus. The first cycle was crazy. No, from $6 to $6 to 6,000.
Okay.
At that point, I'm thinking, Bitcoin's dragged $1,000. Look at it now.
True. What's up, RQ? One of the kings of Melbourne, man. One of the Afrobeat hip-hop kings of Melbourne. But no, I get what you mean, man. I'm definitely keen to see what happens on that date as well. Yeah. We'll probably let's talk about one more topic before we wrap up because we're close to this
100%.
Event we're heading to, and I've just got to fill up my car.
Yeah.
You're 26. I'm 25. I'm freshly 25, so I made the older men cut finally. I'm no longer the baby of the group. What's your opinion on we're both business owners. Both of us own multiple businesses. Both of us have a lot of responsibility, staff across the world. Relationships, dating, and running a business. Is that something that someone under 30 male or female, should aspire to be doing? Like having a partner while dating, or is that something that they shouldn't do? What's your opinion on that?
I think having a partner, one of the greatest, if you look at it, the greatest billionaires actually, Jeff Bezos, for example. Yeah. like he said if it wasn't for his wife at the time, he would have never made it big.
Right.
Yeah, cool. He's divorced his wife now, but you know.
Yeah, cool.
Like,
just a bit of that's not. I'm
I'm
playing with you. I'm
The
joking.
thing is, like, she took a decent portion, but he actually justifies it because she
she would have had such an impact.
Like, she was a
100%.
huge impact for his success in Amazon. So, like, and a lot of people in the industry like have that as well. So, like,
100%.
partner, as long as they can be your support, like there should not be a problem having a partner while doing business. You know,
Sure.
like, you just got to.
Do you think it's something that someone, let's just say sub 35, maybe they're still working corporate, they're making $80K a year, they're living in Yarraville, they're living in the CBD, and looking to start their own business, and maybe their business right now is doing sub 5K a month. Like, is it a good time for them to be in a relationship? Is it not? Does it depend on the person? What's your specific opinion for that scenario?
It really depends on your maturity level with actually balancing business, work life.
Right.
Well, yeah, business, work life, family, and your relationship, of course. So, like, key thing is you just got to be able to understand how you're able to cope. Like, what's your coping mechanisms? How can you cope?
Right.
How can you de-stress? And like, just keep a good balance.
Keep a good balance. Okay.
And most important, communication. But like, I've studied and analyzed so many like business, like multi-billionaires, millionaires. Like, a partner genuinely does not affect them. It just depends on the type of, like, you see, like, people will say, some people in business will say, stop doing like drugs or smoking or whatever. But then you have people they'll be like, they still smoke weed as their like
Snoop Dogg or Wiz Khalifa,
as their coping mechanism.
Joe Rogan,
as their coping mechanism, or they have other activities that helps them have a good balance. So you got to figure out your own coping mechanism and how to actually have a good balance between your lifestyle and obviously communicate with your partner. Most importantly,
communication is key. No, it makes sense, man. That's a good thing to end on. I agree with you. I think, even last year I made a video while I was in New Zealand talking about this specific thing, and like I said, I think it depends on. I do think there is a fair threshold. I think if you're sub 30, and this is my personal opinion, if you're doing under, like, it depends on what your goal is as well, by the way. Maybe just text for the exact ad.
I've got it.
You already got it? I think you got to figure out what your bare minimum standard is, see if you can create momentum in that direction, and then get the person on board, whether it's male or female. The reason is because love is a powerful drug. I think they've equated it to equally as powerful as cocaine, right? So it's like, if you're jumping into a job, which is what love is in a sense, in a relationship, at least a monogamous relationship in particular, but any relationship at that, if you're not willing to, if you haven't already made some motion in whatever direction you're trying to aim for, it's very easy to get pushed off and deviate
100%.
off that if you're not really solid, if you don't have momentum. Even the days when you snuggled up in bed and you're in lovey-dovey, it's like, well, I got this responsibility. In my situation, it's to my staff. In our situation, to our staff or to our business partners. To them, it's still to themselves. So I think, like, having some momentum is a good starting point, and then perhaps having someone come along the ride and seeing what they're doing in their own life. Otherwise, I think it's very easy to become very complacent, especially if you're young and in love. But
that's true. Being young, you're still trying to figure out a lot about yourself and and the way you cope with things.
100%.
So
the way you cope with pain.
Especially, like, I think having a girlfriend will put a lot more pressure if you don't understand how to balance your own life before even having an actual girlfriend, So
100%.
You got to understand how to balance your own life accordingly before you can even think about having a girlfriend. So
100%.
That's definitely the key factor. But
man, that's fact.
Definitely possible. Yeah,
it's definitely. I agree with you. It's definitely. I think it's a net in terms of life satisfaction. I definitely think those in healthy relationships probably. And again, this is my guess. I don't know the data for this. I'm not a data guy at the end of the day. I'd assume that there's probably a higher satisfaction in life, a happiness quota per se, compared to the person that's single for that same duration of time. I was listening to a Tony Robbins and PBD review. What's up, Marach? I hope you're well, man. PBD interview, and Tony Robbins was talking about different seasons and how people between the ages of 22 to I think 46, that's usually this time of their life when they're the most unhappy, because they're chasing things, they're building their empire, they're in the most pain, they're building, and that's like the winter arc, he calls them, hidden left. But in saying that, it's also about, like I said, what your bare minimum standard is. If me and Merhawi's bare minimum standards, by the time we're in our 30s, it's to be able to have a certain level of financial dexterity or flexibility internationally, then, you know, we might be willing to forego certain, you know, dopamine spikes per se in certain domains, or have a different criteria for it compared to a person that might not have those same criteria, which is also very validating. Because a lot of that criteria is also determined by where you're living. A high standard in Bali is a different high standard in Australia versus Dubai versus Los Angeles, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, bro. Look, guys, we're gonna cut it off here. I gotta fill up my car, and we're like a couple minutes away from our event we've been invited to. So we're gonna have a lot more lives. Some of them probably will include Merhawi in the future, because he's in the car with me a lot. But obviously, a lot will be just me. But if you guys like this, then like, comment, subscribe. It's gonna be put on YouTube. That's why I'm saying those things. Otherwise, tap in and speak soon.